So we are going to be taking this little hike here up in the White Tank Mountains out in western Phoenix area. And I doubt if there'll be a waterfall. They say there's only one if there's been raining. So are you ready, Nance?
Yes.
Let's do this. So these cactus that you see here that look all nice and fluffy and soft and gentle and you just want to hug them, those are called choyo, and you want to avoid those at all costs. Some people refer to them as jumping cactus because it seems that if you get too close to them, the little needles almost jump out and grab you. So here's a little cluster of choyo, and if you look up there, there are some petroglyphs here in these rocks, and there's also some back there in those rocks. So the paved trail ends right here where it looks like there's a wash, a dry wash right now that comes down, and then a unpaved trail continues on. I think it's just another 2/10 of a mile the unpaved trail goes. So let's walk on up and see where it takes us. This is the end of the trail. I'm gonna walk over there, but there's another area up here, but there's a big old tank of some kind there. So it looks like we've made it up here. And you can see there's a slot in the rocks here. And so this goes on back up toward that slot. And of course there's no water running. Oh, it'd be nice to have water running right now. Nancy'd be out there playing in it if there were. But it's a nice big slot. Huge rocks all around us. And an echo. And the water would be pouring down from there. And there's a little pool, it looks like. And someone did say the pool was covered in algae. So I'm gonna try to make my way back to it. But you can see when it's been rainy, you can see where the water flows down here. Look at that up through there. And the water flows down here and then goes on down toward Nancy there. And there are birds all up around here. And there are flies also. It's probably because of the water that's sitting there. But it's actually pretty neat. So that's the path we came in. Did a little climb over these rocks here. And then right on back to where this ends in right now a dry fall. Like I said, it goes back up that way. And the water comes and runs down here into this little quickly drying up pool. So we made it to the end of the Waterfall Trail. It's a mile up and a mile back. And of course there's no water except a little bit of green slimy stuff down here because there's not been any rain. There are what appears to be bees or some type of little stinging insects. You can hear them sort of swarming. I guess that's one reason there's so many birds up in this area. But if you take the trail, realize that it's all uphill to the waterfall. It's all going to be all downhill back to the parking lot, and there's no shade. It's paved about the first 8/10 of a mile, and the second 2/10 is unpaved, and it gets a little more rugged there, a little more steep in some of the places. But it was a nice hike. Right now we're standing in the shade, and it feels really good right here because there's a little breeze blowing back up into the canyon here. But the scenery here is beautiful, and I would recommend it, but I would recommend it to make sure that you bring plenty of fluid and that it's not hot when you start the trail because, like I said, there is no shade along the trail.